curly balls, Tesla, you like me curly balls?
Check this system out. There's a 10-ton air handler there. And here we have a hanging furnace in the ductwork. Grease draft motor out here. Gas valve down there. A fully custom transition from the hanging furnace to make it an inline gas heater. You can't make this stuff up. I wonder if the heat exchanger is bad. Look at the compressor. It's a W compressor. 3 heads. Check out this awesome thermostat. It's pneumatic. It's a pneumatic thermostat. So when the thermostat calls for heat, it closes this relay, and that connects 240 volts from those cloth wires down to this step-down transformer. That steps it down 120 volts, sends it up that conduit, and it powers the heater and its little inducer fan motor. Cloth here too. It's copper, at least, but yeah, if you look closely, there's cloth wire. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Rounds come off of that transformer right there. I think it's a 240 Delta. Yeah, is that cool? Here's where the unit used to sit. Big, huge mercury thermostats. Now I gotta get this old steam thermostat and whatever retrofits are done, you know, down to that thing. Set up to run a real furnace. That's pretty cool, isn't it? This shit's steam, man. See the red pipes? Pneumatic steam valve. There's a pneumatic damper. All used to be steam. That's what we start with. We got a lot going on in here. Our thermostat connections. This says not used. That's common. Not used. B and O or reversing valves. This system doesn't have a reversing valve. But you see they've got the brown on the B terminal. Basic, everything normal for an air conditioner. Except that's wrong. It's capped off up here. This conduit here goes to the thermostat. It's got red, green, yellow, and white. This conduit here goes to the outdoor condensing unit, and that's where the system gets its power from. See the red here is coming from the transformer outside. This yellow goes back out to the unit, turn the compressors on, and this blue wire here is our low voltage common. And they got the blacks here going down this conduit to the heat relay and up this conduit here for the fan. See? So now that I know where all those go, this is a 250 VA transformer here. That's not going to power twin furnaces. Not going to work. This appears to be where the old boiler was. This used to be a shoe factory run on steam, but now it makes something other than shoes. That's pretty cool. And they just run compressed air now. So there's our 480 volts and our 240 volts are over here. And a couple of things that have been decommissioned. Well, this all has to go then. That little thing ain't gonna do nothing. Look, check this old cloth fucking wiring in this shit, man. That's sketch-tacular, man. So we're just gonna undo all this. Move into the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Move into the country, gonna work under a sign that says peaches. What up, Marcus? Move into the country, gonna spit in a box of peaches. I already live in the country, and secretly I don't even like peaches. Well, I like peaches, he's pretty cool, but like the fruit peaches, I can take it or leave it, you know what I'm saying? But peaches is cool. He's my brother from both parents, man. in aluminum. Look at this. I can get it to focus. Look at the color of it, man. Look at that orange color. That's copper, man. That's some high class for 1955, man. Oh, this had to be put in the 60s or something, man. Like, here we go. Now nothing's hooked up to anything. Problem solved. We're just gonna put this cover back on here and we're gonna pretend like it's still the way it used to be. Man, Marcus.
Look at that! Okay?
Because you got a black sweater on.
Look at this sketchy shit, man. Look at this shit. Look at that. There's the neutral bar right there. You need to see up at the top right corner of it. That's where we gotta hook up our neutrals. All behind all that
You have
cloth.
no choice, it's in your contract.
All that fucking... Oh, that shit's sketchy as fuck,
It's in your
dude.
contract.
Like in 1965, they didn't run the neutral bar in the sub panel. Only the hots are down here. Cheekite. Yeah, they did that. Here's the new condensing unit. It's got a scroll compressor instead of that fancy W one. That one was a lot cooler, though, I'll admit. But look, now we got a phase monitor. And well, that's the only thing that's actually different than a new whip. You pay close attention to this zip tie right here. Now I can hook up a little coiled up MC cable right there. I gotta move all this shit out of my way so I can get to that neutral bar right there. These are all a bunch of old cloth wires, and you see like some of them have like little naked spots. So I can get to the neutrals now. Going in through that punch out with that wire. There's our hots. There's a neutral and the ground just ties up over here. You see it? This is what the ceiling looks like now. I got my wire bundled up right there. I want to make sure they know what time it is, but it don't have to be too exact. My clock says it's 7:21. You got a little baby line set to hook up here. Some 1¼ OD and some 5/8. That's a 1/2 OD connection. Inlet, 1/2". So this is the perfect filter dryer for this. It serves as the adapter between the two line sizes. This tag here, it says, evacuate the system, charge the condenser, blah de blah. Here's our line set going on, unless somebody wants to redo it. So this is a commercial 10-ton condensing unit. Usually these are hooked to with a contactor in it. So we got a transformer here. A little phase monitor, contactor. And the way it's supposed to work is you connect between R and Y1 there on that terminal block, and it activates the condensing unit. But this isn't getting hooked to a normal commercial air handler. It's getting hooked to a twin set of furnaces. So this needs to turn into a normal, like residential style condensing unit. We're gonna pull common, the red, and the yellow off the terminal block. We got ourselves 24-volt relay. We're going to mount it right here, and we're going to hook our red and our yellow to it. Oh, it's normally open contacts, you see? Yeah, you see there? Normally open contacts. What's common? Just going to tie it up here out of the way. Pretend like it don't exist. Then from the coil of that relay, run to the C and Y1 terminals on the terminal block. That's it. Now it's just a condensing unit like every other. That transformer is still powering that contactor and that phase monitor. It's just, there's your thermostat right there. Now we can hook up our two furnaces with A coils on top. Well, one's a V coil. The other's an A coil because the drain's got to be on the bottom. We're gonna put everything up here on forklifts. You know, we're gonna use 2 scissor lifts, a forklift, 3 ladders, 8 people. We're gonna pile the pan and the equipment up on top of this scissor lift right here. And we're gonna put it up there. We got it extended, but that wouldn't be our B's idea, so it'll probably come out here soon. And
But from Indian people, if you bring your sister here,
I'm legally blind, so we get to put in this twinning kit now. I got my diagram here. Picking up the twinning kit. What Eggs and Bacon is over there doing the same thing on the other furnace. DOP holding it down. Look at this right here. It had 2 strands. Okay, that'll work. Oh yeah, look at that. Ain't she pretty? Once you go black, you never
make me divorce my wife.
bypass both of the door switches. And you don't understand why I would do something like that. Put one of these doors back on? Fucking stupid. Yeah, you just bypass it. Here's our low voltage connections here on our master unit. And they go up here through the twinning harness over to the slave unit because that's where the thermostat's going in, right there. Because that convenient conduit that was already there happens to line up perfectly. I put both of the disconnects right here on the master unit. So to turn that one over there off, you got to come over here. Now, over here in the slave unit is a splice. The 2 thermostat cables go together. And now if you're over here working on the slave unit, you can jump out the terminal strip because, you know, you can't do anything with that. Here's the thermostat wiring now. Just basic stuff. This side is the 480 volt side. You see how all 3 of those transformers have one terminal tied together? That's a Y configuration. 480 is a Y configuration. The 240 side is Delta, and the dead giveaway is the middle transformer there has the ground wires connected to its little center jumper. So that's the center tap ground of the Delta. The bigger bus bars over here kind of gives away which voltage is which. That's how that works. Ductwork's hooked up. See? But the flue's not hooked up. They still got to put a hole in the roof there. That's the bottom. See? The bottom. That flue's done. That one's connected. So now it's time for the refrigerant lines and drains and stuff. Hey, little buddy getting a snack. See him? He's caught him a skeeter hawk. Cute little friend. Well, Jake from State Farm isn't happy with this line set being like this. Wants it all to look like that. So I'm gonna rip all that off of there. Got our gas pipe going on. They're doing this suction line, and I'm gonna do a no-no. I'm gonna do a blasphemy. See that? That's a short radius street L because the flue is right here. You see how close it is? I don't want it to be no closer than that. We're gonna have insulation up to like right here, so you know it's gonna go over to there. Then we can drive a getaway car. There's our suction lines. So that all turned out. Well, minus the armor flicks at least. What about that? What do you think about that? That's what this side looks like. Look what we had to do to clear the flue because, you know, flue's in the way. So, the street L, it's a short radius. Oh man, failed HVAC class. Proof that it's called an install. See? Install. Let's have a nice close-up of this joint. What do you think about that? Can you tell what it is? Can you tell what we did there? I'll give you a hint, it's not a miniature version of that one behind it. So look up here, this flue. There you can see light. Yeah, it's like we're doing a startup on this thing and it shows this. That's not in the book. None of this stuff matches, and it's all got missing characters. Missing segments. Need a new board. Well, anyway, that's how the drain turned out. There's the refrigeration lines. It ain't looking too awful. It'd be a lot cooler if it was working. Got a 4-hour vacuum on, and I've just released the charge. There's our dead control board. Chilling. I had to flash the little NFC chip. I couldn't show you the process because the tablet doesn't do NFC, so I'd use the phone. But now I'm going to replace the board. Now that the board's replaced, and that's what's charging it. Looks like we're only going to get about 4 pounds in.
But now if it sits on that shelf.
It was supposed to have started with 9 pounds in it. We've put 16 in it on top of 9. So 25-pound total charge, if that was really what was in there. Very low heat loss. Very low. Hail Satan, hail Satan, hail Satan, hail Satan, hail Satan. Let's cool its little ass off in here. All the drains are 1 inch. Playing Plano games, you know, 3/4 drain. And this was BRB's idea. We got a drain right here, but didn't use it. He insisted. Based on our subcooling and how it compares to our charging chart, which doesn't reference outdoor temperature, that we're charged. We're a little under even, so we'll call it good now. It's 25 pounds. So now that we've established this, and I think we got the right charge, I'm gonna go run the heat for a while and get the heat load on it and run it again. Now I will freeze you at 60 degrees. Since there's no trap on the drain, isn't it blowing a bunch of air down the drain while the pipe is in water? Hail Satan, hail Satan, hail Satan, hail Satan, hail Satan, hail Satan, hail Satan.